Hi Silver Moon, I'm going to read a really cool book to you today. It's called On the Same Day in March, a tour of the world's weather. It's by Marilyn Singer and it's illustrated by Franny Lissac. Just by looking at this picture we see penguins, I see camels, and it looks like a desert. And then I see boys in a boat, and I see tropical plants. I'm wondering what this book is going to be about. Let's think. Do you have your ideas? Okay. We'll review the parts of the book again. The front cover, the back cover, the spine. Ready? Let's get started. Okay. On the same day in March in the Arctic, polar bears ride on floes of ice, stalking seals, wishing fish, as the 6-month sun begins to rise slowly in the Arctic skies. On the same day in March, did you notice March is also the month that we're having right now? In Alberta, Canada, just when you can't even remember spring, that wild chinook blows like a dragon, quicker than you can say medicine hat. The biggest snow fort ever is nothing but a dragon-shaped patch in somebody's backyard. So the boys had built a snow fort of ice and snow, and it was so big. And then all of a sudden, the weather changed and got warmer, and now it's just a patch of ice and water and mush down here. It's all gone. On the same day in March, in Paris, France, the sun slips out, still winter pale, but all over the city, at bus stops and markets, people hurrying to work or school, people huddled in their coats and scarves, sitting at outdoor cafes and sipping chocolat. All of them turn up their faces to enjoy the sun's shy smile. On the same day in March, in New York City, that's where we live. It's too great to play outside today. Parents sigh and little kids complain, but the basketball players stay in the schoolyard, arguing what's worse, snow or sleet or freezing rain. I'm seeing a lot of familiar things that we have in our neighborhoods, like big buildings, tall apartment buildings, the bus, taxis. On the same day in March, in the Texas Panhandle, they say it was just a tiny twister, not big enough to spin a horse or hoist a cow, but it did suck up a bucket of water and give Grandma's dirty old truck the first wash it's had in weeks. So this weather looks a lot different than the other one we saw in New York City, and the other one that we saw in Paris, and the other one we saw in Canada. I'm noticing all the weather is different all over the world in the month of March. Here, it's really hot and it's very dusty. So all the dirt was blowing everywhere. They might have had like a windstorm or a dust storm, and it got the truck all dirty. In the Nile Valley, fog threads through the temples. We know what fog is. It's when the clouds are lying really low. In the Louisiana Bayou, fog settles on the swamp. On the same day in March, in Xi'an, China, in the park, the old men and small children guess, what will the wind carry today? Clouds of blue-winged swallows, dust that hurts their eyes, rain from up the mountain, kites shaped like butterflies. I noticed they're having a picnic. What do you think they're eating? And they have a thermos, so that means they have something to drink. What do you think they're drinking? In Darjeeling, India, hailstones all over the hillside. No one is happy except little sister, who thinks the moon has broken and scattered its necklace of pearls. On the same day in March, in central Thailand, it's too hot to plant rice, it's too hot to pick rice, but it's not too hot to spell rice, R-I-C-E, on the blackboard in the school. So they're spelling the word rice up here. So what other subjects do you think they're going to be doing besides spelling? Here's all the students on the same day in March. In Dakar, Senegal, sunlight sparkles on the market. In Barbados, sunlight dazzles on the sand. It's really warm here. It's very hot. I wonder if they're going to go to another hot place or a cold place. In northern Kenya, the rains come, and all in one day, they leave the gift of a river. And so I noticed that the rain comes all at one time during the day, and now they have a river. Everyone hurry, come drink, come play, before the sun shines, and all in one day, it takes the river away. So we're learning about weather, and we're learning about the sun and how the water works. And so the sun can evaporate the water, and then the water is gone. There's no longer a river. On the same day in March, in the Amazon basin in Brazil, Grandpa is always late. The rain is always on time, arriving at 3 o'clock yesterday, 3 o'clock tomorrow, and 3 o'clock today. Only the weather wears a watch, Grandpa likes to say. Whenever he or the rain makes everyone wait. Did you notice that they don't have cars? They're using a boat to get around. On the same day in March, in Darwin, Australia, board up the windows, bring in the boat. Better to be like the crocodiles crouched on the shore than to be out sailing the sea when the willy willies come to call. So it looks to me like they're having a storm. What do you think? I think a storm's coming. What are the trees doing? On the same day in March, in Patagonia, Argentina, over the wide, dry plain, autumn shears the clouds like a flock of sheep. So the author is describing that the clouds are like a flock of sheep. So here's their flock of sheep down here, and here's the clouds. Big puffy clouds, just like big puffy sheep. Catch the wool, Mama teases her youngest son. He doesn't understand why these white puffs vanish wet and cold in his fat, warm hands. On the same day in March, where do you think they're going to now? In Antarctica, that's in the South Pole. Penguins scramble on the shore, seeking mates, missing fish, as the 6-month sun begins to slice down below the Arctic ice, all on the same day in March. Silver Moon, I hope you enjoyed this book, and I will see you soon.